Shalom Israel. Just wanted to continue with what I was saying in the last video. Is, the New World Order is pretty much here. It's been here, but the thing is that governments, they've come together with the purpose of robbing people of power. Because it's not enough to just keep Israelites down. In order to keep Israelites down, you have to keep a lot of other people down, because then it's going to look like it's going to be too obvious that you're keeping one particular nation of people down. If only blacks and Latinos have certain problems, what does that say about these problems? That they're constructed carefully to oppress black and Latino people. So they don't want that narrative to get out. So what they do is, they also keep other people down. They keep other people poor. Everybody poor is not a black, Hispanic, or Native American. You have Jewish people that are poor. They have to make it look good. If they don't make it look good, then what good is it? You know what I'm saying? If the only people that they oppress are black and Hispanic people, then it's going to look fishy. That's why there are so many poor white people in this country. Every white person is not this hardworking, blue collar, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some white people are just as much on drugs, just as much on welfare. Well, more white people on welfare than black people. You have a lot of white people, because most of this country is so-called white people. They have to oppress themselves, or they have to appear to oppress people of other nations. And what better way to do it than to actually oppress them? So that's why every race has a class system. That's why East Indians have what they call a caste system, or what is called a caste system. CASTE. Every race has classism. The lower classes, when somebody has to be the loser, every race has that lower class of people that are going to be the loser. And then there's levels to it. There's levels to it. That's why you have so much poverty and all that stuff. White people catch AIDS. White people catch COVID. White people catch cancer. Because in order to properly oppress black and Hispanic people, they have to pick people of their kindred in order to give the same oppression to, so that it looks like, oh, it's not about black or Hispanic people. That's why there has to be some white on white police brutality. In fact, they swell their numbers up to make it look good on their behalf. White cops have to kill white people to make it look like, oh, it's not that we have it out on. In fact, if you talk to conservatives, Republicans, they try to play up the number of people that get killed by cops that are white. So the thing is that you have to, you just have to make it look good. It's like in football, right? If I see the defense getting ready to stop a run play, and I call the run play, the best way for me to catch them slipping is to call a run play, is to call a passing play that still looks like a run play. It's called the decoy. That's what's going on in this world. So with that, I've been able to explain it, to the best of my ability through the spirit, Lord willing, of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Just stay humble, Because there's one thing that Israel, a lot of Israel fails to do, is stay humble. Stay humble, man. Don't let this knowledge puff you up. You know, don't let you thinking you know something, because nobody's worse than a brother in the truth who thinks that the Most High is dealing with him. And not just that the Most High is dealing with him, but also that he's not dealing with others. I personally stay away from anybody that seems to that carries themselves with that attitude that somehow they are more special than others, because they feel personally the Most High is dealing with me and not other people. To me, those are the ones that are looking at you the same way I just told you that there's classes in society. You know, I personally don't care if I'm the bottom class of Israel. Well, actually I do, because that's literally being the least in the kingdom of heaven in the scriptures. You know, I want myself and my loved ones to make it. More the ones in the faith than outside of the faith, because the ones that are in the faith are working towards it. The ones that are outside the faith, I want the same thing for them. But to keep it 100, you know, you gotta be ready for, you know, the possibility that they're going to be caught up in the rapture, so to speak. So, you know, we have to remain humble. I personally can attest that I feel that there are people in the world that are going to get it, man. They're going to get it, as far as they're going to get the understanding, and they're going to do what they need to do spiritually, and the Lord is going to bring them out of the foolishness that they're doing. And I feel very certain, you know, I don't want to, I hate using the word feel and think, but I feel very certain that there are people out here that call them that are holier than thou, super Israelites, that you would swear by how mighty they seem to talk that they are going to be down for the cause. Those will probably be the front line of who's going to get the chip. Those are probably the front line of who's going to get the chip. That's the bottom line. And I just pray that, Lord willing, I'm not, you know, one of those that gets the chip. Because I can come into this thing with the mentality that, oh no, I'm not taking the chip. I'll be all fucking mighty. And then, you know what I'm saying, when the actual pain hit, when the situation really push comes to shove, and you actually see what the hell's going on and feel what's going on, you know, you might fold. I might fold. I don't know. I'm coming in with the mentality that I'm not. But again, it's one thing to talk all gangster with the bully across the street than in front of your face. You know, the bully's in front of your face, or the dude with a gun is in front of your face. You know, it's a whole nother story from talking shit to somebody that's not even around you. You see what I'm saying? I'm not faced with the problems yet. This shit that happened to me where I can't go to this damn event, it's so far from the end of the world. In fact, I really didn't even want to go. It was just an opportunity to hang out with good friends to me. You know, that was all that it was. That's it. You know, but there's gonna be more shit. I'm gonna, you know, not just I, but we're gonna be restricted from things like going to the grocery store, liquor store. We're gonna be restricted from healthcare. You know, we're gonna be restricted from working. You know, these things are real things that are going to happen, and this is the beginning stages of it. And like I said, the best advice I could give anybody is be humble. Do not think that you have more of a right to speak than another brother. Do not think that you are above a brother. This is not the time to exercise your muscle. And I've been in the truth 5 years. He's been in the truth 2 years, so I can tell him what to do. Fuck all that. Fuck titles. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, the Lord said, who do you think was getting it the worst from Yahushua? The people that had high titles and had high minds with those titles. Don't have a high title and think you're above anybody, man. You know, the reason why the Akim in my church give me such flattering titles as elder and whatever is not my doing. And I'm not putting blame on anybody else, because the brother was looking out for me when he was like, yo, y'all got to refer to him as an elder. I don't care for that title. First off, I'd like to think that I'm not old yet to be called elder. Elder is basically calling you old. I know that I'm an elder to these men, but I still feel that I'm not, and this is the same respect I have for elders that I call elders. You know what I mean? Like, I don't look at them. I just have to call them elders out of respect. But it's not that I intend on calling them old. Like, the brothers don't mean to call me old when they call me elder. But ultimately, what I'm saying is, don't let flattering titles. If you are a leader, an elder, a bishop, a deacon, whatever the hell you are, don't let these titles, keep you from your salvation because you think you're so much better than everybody else. That is something that the Lord, will look at. And I see the likelihood that you can lose your salvation if that becomes a thing with you. You can't be high-minded. If there was any one thing that you can take away from the ministry of Yahushua, is never be high-minded. Never ever be high-minded. Never think you're above the next man or woman. We can sit here and say, yeah, we're this and we're that. Women have to listen to us and all that, but still, at the end of the day, be humble. Be humble or be humbled. Because these things, we are in the last days. And, Salak, I'm doing something for work here. Actually, I should probably pull back a little bit. But yeah, be humble or be humbled. Because the minute you start thinking you're above anything and anybody, you got to remember how harsh Yahushua was when he criticized the Pharisees and Sadducees and even sometimes his own disciples. Don't think you're above or better than anybody. Don't think you're above or better than anybody. Don't put yourself in a position. Don't use that 48 laws of power bullshit. What the hell? A technical issue. Well. Salak. I'm trying to work while I'm talking to y'all. But yeah. It's just be humble. That's it. Shalom.